Chicken pot pie. It's a great hearty dish that will keep you nice and warm in the winter months. Loaded with chicken, vegetables and a flavourful sauce, you will want to add this recipe into your winter repertoire. Here's how I make it. First, you need to start poaching 4 chicken breast fillets. You need to poach it in a mixture of 1 litre of chicken stock and 2 cups of water. Once the mixture has come up to the boil, add the chicken fillets and poach for 25 minutes. And yes, you can use thigh fillets if you prefer to make it a bit cheaper. While the chicken fillets are boiling, let's go chop some vegetables. Start by peeling and finely dicing 3 carrots, followed by 4 sticks of celery and 3 onions. You want all the vegetables to be small, bite-sized pieces when going into a pie, as it makes it easier to cook and of course easier to eat. You will need to finely chop about half a cup of fresh parsley and remove the stalks from 5 sprigs of fresh thyme. You'll also need 200 grams of sliced mushrooms, 1 cup of frozen peas and 1 cup of frozen corn kernels. Set everything to the side and wait for the chicken to complete poaching. Once the chicken is completely cooked, pull the fillets out of the stock mixture. Do not discard the stock, that will be used later to make the sauce for the pie filling. Shred the chicken on a chopping board. I'm using a couple of forks to do this. Once it has all been shredded, let it to the side. We are now ready to start preparing the pie filling. In a saute pan, add 2 tablespoons of oil and add the onions, carrots and celery. Cook on medium heat for about 6 to 7 minutes until the onions become soft and tender. Then add the mushrooms and continue cooking for another 3 to 4 minutes until they have softened. Next, add half a cup of plain flour and stir the flour through until well combined. You want to cook the flour for a couple of minutes so you don't end up with a floury taste in the pie. After cooking the flour, take 3 cups of the reserved stock that was used to cook the chicken and add this into the vegetable mixture. Stir well until the mixture thickens, which will take about a minute or so. From here, add the parsley and thyme, as well as 2 teaspoons of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper, and mix through. Then add the frozen peas and corn and combine everything together. And finally, add the shredded chicken into the mixture. Give it all a really good mix to make sure everything is well combined, and then give it a taste test. Adjust the seasoning to your liking if required. Now the pie filling is complete. At this point, switch your oven on and let it preheat to 190 degrees Celsius, which is about 370 degrees Fahrenheit. Grab your baking dish and spread some oil or melted butter on the dish. I'm using a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Also, you will need 2 sheets of puff pastry that have been thawed from the freezer so that they are pliable and ready to work with. Spoon the pie filling into the baking dish and spread it out evenly. Next, add the 2 sheets of puff pastry on top, overlapping them slightly. If the puff pastry is larger than the dish, then trim off the excess using a knife. Using a fork, poke some holes into the pastry. This will stop the pastry from rising too much and causing a mess. Brush the top with some egg wash made from beating 1 egg into a small bowl and mixing in a couple of tablespoons of cold water. Brush all over the top of the pie and then place it into the oven to cook for 30 minutes. At the end of the 30 minutes, the pastry should be a golden brown colour and should appear flaky. Take it out of the oven and allow the pie to cool down for about 15 minutes. And there you have it, chicken pot pie. Serve a generous portion onto a plate and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and consider giving me a follow if you haven't already done so. Feel free to leave a comment to let me know what you think of this recipe, Or if you have already tried it, tell me how it went. Also, please check out my other cooking videos for further recipe ideas. Until my next video, take care everyone.